Welcome back. Time for Tech Tuesday, and a heads up, Android fans. In just a few hours, it is Google's turn to unveil some new products.
Yeah, plus the music streaming battle ramps up, and this time Apple is hoping to shake things up with a new feature. Our tech expert Greg Nibler joins us live right now with those headlines and more. Hello, Greg.
Hello. Yeah, it's an exciting day for tech. We'll get to the Google stuff here, like you said, here in just a minute, but starting off with this music streaming service battle. So this is kind of the big battle that's going on, really Spotify and Apple Music being the biggest players, but Amazon's coming up, and there's a bunch of other ones out there too. But Apple Music is making a move to try to get those people who are really into high quality audio to switch over to their service by offering it for free with your subscription. So as of now, this is something Spotify doesn't do. So here's what Apple's offering. Starting, I believe in June is when it's going to start rolling out. It is going to offer not only lossless audio, but also spatial audio. So to explain what those are, lossless audio is essentially this: when you're streaming music, that music is so compressed. In order to be able to make that work, just to stream it on pretty much everything like that, they compress the music, which means you leave behind some of the stuff that was actually in the original recording. So some of the highs and lows, that what it's like being there in the studio with the artists, that gets dropped. This would actually bring that back in varying levels of quality, all the way up to virtually studio quality music. So it's kind of a big move by them, and they're going to slowly roll that out with a lot of their music there. Of note, you're not going to be able to listen to that via Bluetooth. So Bluetooth doesn't have the ability to really play that lossless audio. You will need to still be plugged into either high quality speakers. They say that iPhones will be able to do it with their inborn, with their built-in speakers, but we'll see how that is. But I would suggest getting some high-end headphones. Now, the spatial audio, that's something everybody can use. And it's this idea of using Dolby Atmos to where you can actually make sound kind of move around. So it could be you're hearing something in the back, or it sounds like it's in the back, and you have something high end in the front, and they can actually mess around with that in the actual recording and mixing. So that's something that artists that do that, they're going to be able to take advantage of this now, and you'll be able to actually listen to that kind of thing. So it's pretty cool, and throwing it in there for free is a big push against Spotify because they're expected to do it, but they're probably going to be raising the price. So we'll have to see what Spotify does.
Yeah, that's interesting. So with the lossless music, I mean, so Apple's throwing it in there for free, but then do you need a phone that has like a ton of storage space on it, or does that take up a bunch of room?
You'll still be able to stream it. I mean, if you're downloading it, definitely I would expect those to be a lot bigger files. And they have some specifications on what can use it, but it is specific devices, and it's generally going to be the really new ones.
Yeah.
Okay. I just didn't know I was losing this quality with some of the
I know.
the
I'm like,
sound.
it sounds fine to me.
Yeah, it sounded fine to me too.
But I'm not an audiophile, you know. And
Yeah.
Yes.
Those guys know.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, so yeah, Google is coming out with some new stuff today. They got a big event later this morning.
Yeah, so it's the Google I/O conference. It's the first one they've had in 2 years. Last year's was canceled because of the pandemic, and they're back this year doing it all virtual and a little bit different because they're allowing anybody to join in on this. So as the virtual side, it's kind of interesting what they've done. I haven't joined it until it starts at 10 a.m. Pacific this morning, but I guess you're going to be able to create your own avatar and go through like a virtual little conference and go to different speeches and things and control your little person through there as you talk to other people. So that's an interesting aspect to it. We'll see how that all works out. But as far as the actual conference itself, so this is normally focused towards developers. So it's coders and, I mean, to be honest, pretty nerdy stuff. So if you're really into coding, that's where you would want to go for it. But they do make some big software and hardware announcements generally. And I'm expecting this morning we'll get some of those. Could be a new Pixel Watch, maybe a new phone with more 5G integration. But also Google Assistant is about 5 years old. So I'm thinking they're going to make a big announcement about that. Some new capability maybe that Google Assistant is going to have. A couple of years ago, they announced that it would be able to make phone calls and reservations for you. Then the pandemic kind of hit and nobody was making reservations. So that kind of went by the wayside, but maybe we'll get some more with that and some other kind of cool things that I think could come out.
Yeah, I don't even remember what Google Assistant is. That like their Alexa? Is that what the?
It is. Yeah, if you have a Google Home, yeah, that's their version, but it works on the phones.
Like I don't know anyone who has that, but yeah.
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 I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they'll unveil something cool today.
Yeah.
And everyone will have it. Hey, we've been talking a lot about Mars over the past couple of months. Well, now there's this talk about a sustainable city up there.
Yeah, I just thought this was kind of cool. It was going around the internet yesterday. And it's just this group that put together an actual plan on how to create a city that would be able to sustain 1 million people The idea is to start building in 2050. So this isn't like going to be happening tomorrow, but it is people who are really putting together plans to keep it sustainable. So the whole idea is, I mean, it's very sci-fi. We're basically, looking at Total Recall here of how you keep a city sustainable on Mars using solar power, growing things there, recycling oxygen and all of that. But they have these kind of cool videos that came out with it. And it's interesting to see that this is actually science that people are working on. They're trying to get funding for this, that eventually this could happen. And we're just kind of seeing the very beginning of it.
Huh. I mean,
the videos
cool.
it looks like something out of a sci-fi movie.
It does
totally.
look like something out of a sci-fi, like Tom Cruise movie. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, always lots of tech wisdom, Greg. Thank you. We'll see you next week.
Sounds great.
Yeah, okay. And to stay up to date with new devices and news about, space, whatever, you can follow Greg on Twitter. We'll have a link to his page on coin.com.